I feel like games recently, either they just set the bars super high, like they set everyone's expectations, at the moon. And then when it comes short, people just think the game, like the launch of the game failed. We're like, no, they just thought the game was going to be the best mobile game ever. But I feel like Farlight, it just kind of came out of nowhere. A lot of people, myself included, had never played the game before the global launch. And so I had no expectations. Like that's how I want to experience mobile games, is having never played them before. And then just, this is the global launch. This is what they have to offer. And what they have to offer is pretty good. Like it's a solid gameplay experience. It seems like it can run great, or at least run well on most, if not all devices. I have experienced literally like 0 frame drops across like 8 hours of gameplay, and that's on max graphics, max FPS, which is only 60 FPS, but still Apex Mobile couldn't even really do that at times, hit 60 FPS. It's just a good game. Like that's at the end of the day, it's a good game. It has aspects from a lot of popular shooters. Apex, I feel like Fortnite's thrown in there, PUBG. There's a lot of different elements from a lot of popular shooters and BRs over the last few years, and it seems to be going together really nice. So I like it, but at the same time, I don't want to sit here and say it's the best game I've ever played, because it's not.
Yeah, it's definitely not like blowing every other mobile game out of the water. I think part of it is, number one, it's something new. Number two, it has mechanics that we've never had in a mobile game before. Like we've never had a mobile title with jetpack movement. I think that really enhances the play style of the game overall, just because there's so many mobile shooters that are like very campy. And I think because of how much the mobile community loves TPP, it's very difficult for a TPP shooter to not be campy. Like TPP just naturally gives advantages to people that sit behind walls, but that's not really the case with Farlight, because there's like classes that you can use to counter it. You have the jetpacks that allow you to outplay people and get into good positions. And you also have the fact that everything's level up the more that you use it in the game. So it doesn't even like benefit you to camp, because you're going to end up with like worse equipment, and you're going to get obliterated by the people that have been taking gunfights all game. So this is a game that I had high expectations for. I talked about it in past podcasts. And I feel like it hadn't gotten a whole lot of credit. I will say there's been some... What?
I was going to say, I remember we were talking about, I was like, dude, you got to play this game. And you were like, bro, we've already talked about this before. And I had no... Oh, no, I do. It's because it was like an India-only iOS weird beta. I was like, brother, I already have like an Australian account, a Mexico account. I'm not making an Indian like iOS account. Like, I'm not doing this dance anymore. So I was like, I'm waiting for the game to come out. And I'm glad I did, but yeah, I just want to say I got to give you props, because you were talking about it, and I just like didn't care ratio to you. So sorry about that.
It's all good. I mean, yeah, I'm glad that people are starting to see what it has. And I think a big reason, like, obviously I enjoyed the gameplay of it, but also the fact that even before they were globally launched, they already had like an in-game esports system, which is really cool, and hosting not even like major tournaments, but at least like daily cash cup type things in every single region is really cool, and not something that we've seen. Like, we've never seen a mobile title launch with that much esports focus before. So that was something that's a really good sign to me.